What's up guys, NinjaNick333. We're back with another round of the Pokemon Orlando, Florida Regional Championship trading card game, whatnot. Also, Cat. Say hi, Cat. She wanted to come snuggle. She literally forced herself under the arm of the chair and then just like slid like a snake onto my lap. So she's just gonna be here until she gets tired of me in 5 seconds. But looks like we have Lugia on the left, and I know Mike Bergerac is playing Goodra on the right. Mike Bergerac is a friend of a friend, so I know him somewhat well. He's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy. They might be changing out a sleeve here, it looks like, because they just pulled that one card away. So hopefully that's not taking too long. Nothing too important in prize cards, I believe. And we're just gonna go and get started from here. Kitty. Kitty. So it looks like Reagan won the coin flip. Gonna go for the Evo Incense. But I believe he might have gotten off of that monkey. Also, you smell like litter, Cat. She just used her litter box. I get a text message every time she uses the litter box. So I know you did it. Better than doing it somewhere else, I guess. So that Evo Incense is likely getting another Archeops. I wouldn't see what else it's getting. Likely gonna be discarding that Archeops here. Yep, Quick Ball. Probably getting a Lugia. Pretty standard turn 1s for Lugia decks. There's not too much innovation for the turn 1 at least. Looks like Bergerac did start the Goodra V. Not the thing you want to start with. You do want one in play turn 1, but you generally want to start Comfey so you can just get straight to the flower selecting. Aurora Energy to the active and pass. I guess just so you can retreat and pivot in case you don't get knocked out. If Bergerac misses the Cramorant or something, you're not going to be having that Manaphy be knocked out or anything. Cat noogies. Cat noogies. So, Bergerac has to Quick Ball away an Ordinary Rod. Not the ideal turn 1, but if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. Looks like we're going in for the Luminion. Luminion would probably be getting Chorus's Experiment. Yep, looks like that is exactly where we're going with that. There's the Chorus's Experiment. That'll put 2 in the Lost Zone and 3 cards in his hand. Oof. That is not good. Oh, I see. You just want to lick the chicken off my fingers, don't you? I just had dinner. She just wants to lick the chicken. I used a fork, dummy. Double Metal Energy. I mean, yeah. I think you could have Lost Zoned the Goodra potentially, but I think the Double Metal is actually correct. It feels really rough, but I think that is correct. escape rope to put the Comfey active. That's rough, too. I guess get rid of the stadium. Because the Lugia is going to attack for 4 energy no matter what. Whether they have an effect or not. It's better late game when they're going for their alternate attackers. So yeah. Gets rid of the Temple of Sinnoh. So that Scoop Up Net's gonna probably pick up the Radiant Greninja. So now we get another concealed cards and another flower selecting out of both of these Pokemon. It is still turn 1 for Bergerac, but he's gonna get rid of that Battle VIP pass. I think the other card was a Metal Energy, so you at this point you have to. He also has all the Pokemon he needs in hand as well, so a little too late for the Battle VIP pass at this point anyway. And then we do have the 4 in the Lost Zone, so that Cramorant is gonna hit the Lugia for 110, which is enough to 2-shot it as long as it doesn't evolve. And Cat, what are you doing? She's quite literally watching the game. You weirdo. Okay, you're covering that half of the screen and this half of the screen. Come on. Okay. Alright, that's it. Stop knocking stuff over. Goodbye. So we see the V-Guard energy come down from the Lugia V. Another Lugia V comes down. You are going to want to evolve this turn, Reagan, so you're going to want to get to the Lugia VSTAR if you can. Looks like there is a Luminion. Looks like a Research as well, so definitely has everything that's needed in order to get there, potentially. But now just goes Read the Wind. Interesting. Unless I missed like a Marnie or something because my cat was being annoying. But you're cute, Sonny. Yes, you are. She just like looks at me like this. Alright, Lost Zone's Goodra VSTAR evolves both the bench Goodra VSTARs, so he's probably playing like a 3-3 line of that. And then Cramorant just goes ahead and knocks out the Lugia V. So 2-shot with a Cramorant is really nice. Hopefully Reagan doesn't brick too much this game. Or this turn, rather. Luminion comes down. We're going to search our deck for, looks like a Marnie. Bergerac's hand isn't too big right now. Usually want to conserve the Marnies for when Lost Box's hand is really big. I think it's like 6 cards now, maybe. So it's like not a bad time to Marnie, but it's not the perfect time. But there is a lot of cards in Reagan's hand that he definitely doesn't want to be discarding, otherwise he would have played that Research last turn, I believe. So we are going to see Choice Belt come down. I think the only place you would want that is the Lugia anyway, so you can hopefully one-shot Goodras. And then, yep, we see the Marnie. Pokemon needs to replace their dice. One of the pips is missing on the On the 4 on that dice on the left. Yeah, I'm just noticing the stream quality go down because the table's falling apart, the dice are losing their pips. Like, what's going on here? Looks like Reagan just concedes there, so alright. Burge is up a quick game 1. Alright, that works. So let's get straight into game 2. I don't know why YouTube always does this when I skip forward. So, looks like 2 Goodra and a Goodra VSTAR in prizes for Bergerac. That is not good. Definitely not what you want to see. Reagan's nose keeps sticking out of his mask. At this point, we're so many years into COVID at this point, I don't know how people still don't know how to wear a mask. Ooh, and it looks like Bergerac starts Drapion, too. That is the worst start for any deck. To start that Drapion. That is only in there for Mew, otherwise you want to Lost Zone it every time. Reagan does go first, gets the capture energy. Probably going to get maybe another Lugia. I guess doesn't necessarily need another Lugia turn 1. Could get Manaphy. Manaphy wouldn't be bad. Dunsparce wouldn't be terrible either. Actually, no. Dunsparce would be, because this version of Lost Box won't be playing Raikou. He has his own Raikou, eyeing that up. Going for the monkey is good here too. Up your consistency a little bit. Protect yourself from Marnies. Ultra Ball away, double Archeops. That is the ideal turn 1. I think he's just going to go for the VSTAR for next turn. I think that's fine. It ensures that the Archeopses are in the discard and says, hey, I have exactly what I need in my hand. You can Marnie me if you want to. But at least I got the Archeops in the discard pile if you do Marnie me. Normally you would want to wait to Ultra Ball until the next turn to, you know, kind of not show your opponent that you have a good hand. But you need those Archeops in the discard pile, so it's actually better in this deck specifically to play the Ultra Ball early. Ooh, and we already see Luminion for Bergerac. This is a very bad start for him. I think he has like triple Mirage Gate in his hand or something stupid too. Also, my phone is completely covered in cat hair right now. Just brush that off. Cat just comes here, sheds everywhere, and leaves. That's right. Lift your armpit, cat. Bergerac still identifying his prize cards. Gets the Colress's Experiment. That'll put 2 in the Lost Zone. Can search 5 deep to keep 3. And those other 2 do get Lost Zoned. So let's see what we get off of this Burge. Not an ideal one again. Probably wants to keep that Greninja. Yeah, it looks like he's eyeing up Boss and Ordinary Rod to be Lost Zoned. He had to get rid of an Ordinary Rod turn 1 the last game as well, but he discarded it. This time he'll be Lost Zoning it. Which I suppose for an item card like that is the same difference. Yeah. Double checks to make sure, and those are the best 2 to Lost Zones, so there you go. Greninja comes down, he's likely going to be discarding that metal energy to draw 2 more cards. And gets the Battle VIP pass. Now, if he hasn't already noticed that he has 2 Goodras in his prizes, he'll definitely know now. So gets Goodra Comfy. Wonder how he's going to get the Drapion out of play. It's probably just stuck there. I doubt he plays Thornton. Looks like he's going to get another Comfy down with a Capture Energy. And now maybe if he has Escape Rope, he can start actually playing the game. He's got his board all set up, but he hasn't really done much of anything else. Parasol on the Goodra and just pass. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. Yep, we see the VSTAR power bringing those Archeops back out instantaneously here. Bergerac does have a large hand. I think it would be fine to Marnie here. You can keep those powerful colorless energies. They'll go back in deck. You could attach one, use the ability, and then Marnie to put the other one back in deck. But he could also just research. Oh, there you go. He's gonna... Yeah, the concealed cards. Uses Luminion to search his deck for what? He already had Marnie and research. Looks like Serena is what he would prefer to go with. Probably going to bring up that Goodra and try to one-shot it. Yeah, that would definitely be the best play. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Bergerac. Start was just terrible. Gets the V-Guard and a powerful colorless down on the Lugia. Is hitting 240 now. So more than enough. He only needed the 220, I believe. Going to use the second Archeops just because he can. Puts a Capture on the Luminion just so he has a pivot in case he needs one. He does have an energy in turn, another powerful colorless energy. Does use the Serena to bring up the Goodra. Attaches that powerful colorless, and now he's going to be able to take a one-shot on that Goodra. And yeah, first 2 prizes go to Reagan. Yeah, Bergerac's turn 1 this game is almost as bad as Reagan's first 2 turns in the last game. And yep, Bergerac scoops here. Yep, he knows. He's like, yep, too far behind already. I'm just going to scoop, save time. So we have Reagan all set up. It's possible Bergerac may have mulliganed. Nothing too special in either of these players' prize cards. The one Archeops can reduce the likelihood of Reagan getting 2 in the Lost Zone turn 1, but with access to a supporter card by going second, I think it'll be fine. Looks like that may have been Roxanne put in the Lost Zone from the Comfey. We do have a Battle VIP pass that'll probably get Comfey Greninja, or Greninja Goodra, or Goodra Comfey. Bergerac checks his energy counts in his deck to know how many energy cards are prized. Now he's checking the Pokemon. Very methodical. I like it. And again, writes them down. Note-taking is real great in this game. It's a good tool that people need to use more. Alright, Burge, who are we going to go for? Looks like Goodra. And either Comfy or Greninja. I'm calling it now. Come on. Looks like Comfy. There's Comfy. There's Goodra. The Goo Lord himself. Do see the retreat. We're going to go for the second Comfey now. That's an easy decision since they're both the same card. Going to Lost Zone the Goodra VSTAR. Puts the Temple of Sinnoh in play and passes. So this is cool that Reagan started the Pumpkaboo. He's not going to be able to discard any stadiums that Bergerac plays. Not unless he uses Tempest Dive. And make sure to say he's discarding the stadium before he takes any prize cards. Unlike John A. So we get Evil Incense to get the Archeops. Probably have a card to discard that already in hand, most likely. Lugia generally tends to do that. Reagan also checking his prize cards. They have plenty of time for this game 3. There is 23 minutes left. Ultra Ball is going to get rid of Heat Fire Energy along with that Archeops to get the Lugia. There is no way, realistically, for Bergerac to be able to one-shot a Lugia, so that will be staying in play until next turn and could potentially become the V-Star next turn as well. That's exactly what Lugia wants, is to evolve to the V-Star, get out some Archeops, accelerate energies, question mark, profit. Uses Lost Vacuum, putting his own research, it looks like, into the Lost Zone to get rid of the Temple of Sinnoh. I don't think it's necessary, especially at this point, but it's fine. Make Bergerac try to find another one, I suppose. And just pass. Lugia turn 1 has good ways to make it seem like their hand is dead while their hand is completely live. They don't really do much else outside of discarding Archeops on turn 1. So if you just discard 1, attach an energy, and pass, and that's it, especially after a research, it might feign your opponent into thinking, oh, well, his hand is dead, but it's not. It's super alive. So we see yet another Colress's Experiment. Looks like we're going to get rid of Raihan and the Battle VIP Pass. Always get rid of the Battle VIP Pass. It's not turn 1. Got 6 in Losso now, 1 away from being able to Mirage Gate. You can go for the Scoop Up Net into the other Comfey, use that flower selecting. Sinnoh, maybe? You kind of want the Sinnoh. Yeah, I mean, I guess either way. He already has other options to switch in his hand, so I guess getting rid of the switch is fine. And then here comes the Mirage Gate. We're going to get a metal and a water down onto this Goodra. Thoroughly shuffling, as one should. You have the VSTAR in hand already from last turn. You can evolve into that now. Probably want to play the escape rope, bring the Lugia active, and whack it good. There shouldn't be any way that Lugia can one-shot you if you've used your attack first. They generally don't play things like escape rope to reset that effect, so... Yep, so there's the escape rope. Goodra comes active. It's already evolved into the VSTAR. It has the full 3 energy it needs to attack. The 1 metal, the 1 water, and then the 1 colorless. Can hit this Lugia for 200 to 2-shot it. Reduce damage that it's taking by 80. He's thinking about putting Temple of Sinnoh in play. I don't know if it really matters. I think I might have held it. I don't know. You can make Hiding Darkness not be a free retreat. So that's always potentially a thing. If it gets put onto an Evital. And then it makes it so Raikou can't attack, I suppose. We are going to see Ultra Ball getting rid of that Raikou and a Luminion. Probably going to get the VSTAR. Oh no, gonna get another Archeops. Must have another discard outlet in hand. Yep, we got another Quick Ball here. Gonna discard that Archeops. Get maybe another Lugia. Could get Oranguru as well, would be pretty good here. Manaphy wouldn't be horrible either. There is a world where Bergerac can go in with Radiant Greninja. But yeah, we are going to go for the Monkey. I think that's the most correct decision. And then we see the Marnie as well. So hopefully the Marnie gets into the Lugia VSTAR there for Reagan. That's not a very good 4 cards. Let's see. Did Reagan get there? No, Reagan did not get there. Monkey? Monkey did not get him there either. Uh-oh. Alright, Bergerac is, is about to start running away with the game. We are going to see, looks like capture energy. Is he going to use the ability of the capture energy? Looks like not. Going to go in with the read the wind. And still doesn't draw into it after discarding a research with the read the wind. That's kind of nuts. Not gonna lie. Is there some sort of gameplay error? I don't believe so. A judge just came over and talked to the table judges. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything wrong. So we're gonna see the Luminian come down to search for a supporter. Looks like that might be Roxanne Boss in his hand. He's gonna go for the Chorus's Experiment, most likely there. He already pulled that to the front. A little unfortunate that the Drapion that was in the top 5 cards is being reshuffled deeper down into the deck. So it would have been nice. It would have been an easy decision to Lost Zone that, I'll tell you that much. Let's see, Goodra. Yeah, he's gonna Lost Zone the Temple of Sinnoh Raihan, I believe. Has he Lost Zoned 2 Raihan now? The table judges are interrupting again for no reason. It always makes me wonder what they're interrupting about when there's clearly no gameplay errors. Puts down the Goodra, Metal Energy, Parasol. Oh, he's got everything now. He's got the Goodra VSTAR in hand for when he needs it as well. And just takes the knockout on that Lugia, takes the first 2 prizes of this game. We finally see the Lugia VSTAR here from Reagan. He's going to be able to get the 2 Archeops that are in the discard pile out of there. Be able to start charging up and attacking, but this is not the best position for him. There's only about 13 to 12 minutes left. So Reagan's going to have to pick up pace of play a little bit here. Took a while just to decide to use the VSTAR. And does use the Marnie. Okay, so this could be a problem for Bergerac because that Goodra VSTAR was in his hand. He already had to Lost Zone 1 super early, so that should be his last Goodra VSTAR on the bottom of the deck. So if this Goodra VSTAR goes down before Bergerac's able to shuffle the deck and get into that Goodra VSTAR, that could be an issue. So we see V-Guard energy being one of the energies that comes down onto the Lugia. The Temple of Sinnoh is still in play, important to note. So those are just single colorless energies with no effects. Does have another colorless energy in hand he can attach. Really thinking about it though. You need 4 to attack, bud. Just attach it. We are doing 220 minus 80. that should be, what, 140? Yeah, 140. Evo Incense for another Lugia VSTAR, just to thin the deck a card. Yeah, so this is the thing. He hits for 220 into Bergerac. Bergerac hits 200 into Reagan. He's 80 short of the knockout. So Bergerac is going to have to either draw into a Cramorant and a way to move into the Cramorant, or he's going to have to find a way to get into that Goodra V-Star, because his Goodra V-Star that he has active is going to go down before the Lugia. And is that it? Or is that a basic Goodra? No, that's a basic Goodra. He needs the V-Star. The V-Star is in the bottom of his deck. So he's going to capture energy. The Temple of Sinnoh is no longer in play because Reagan decided to discard it. So that allows Bergerac to search his deck and get a Pokemon. That also shuffles his deck, so the Goodra V-Star goes no longer to the bottom of the deck, basically. He could get the Cramorant. I think that's what I like the best. Yeah, okay, gets the Cramorant. So at least he has an option to hit into this Lugia V-Star the next turn. I mean, I guess he could always hit with the Lugia, with the Goodra V, the regular basic one. But I feel like it would be better to just hit in with the Cramorant. And he is using Moisture Star as well. For some reason, I completely forgot that that was a thing. So this Lugia V-Star, this Goodra V-Star is going to actually go down after the Lugia V-Star. Unless Reagan charges a bunch of powerful colorless energies to the active here. But if he does that, then Bergerac just puts, like, Cramorant up and knocks all those energies out of play. Knocks, like, 6 to 7 energies out of play all at once. I think that's too much of an investment. We're going to go first Primal Turbo with Archeops to search 2 special energies out and put them onto a dude. Who are we charging up, though? Oranguru? Probably just an Archeops itself. It's probably like double turbo powerful colorless energy. Put it on one of the Archeops. And already at this point, what looked like a large amount of time left for the game ends up becoming very small. They're already at 7 minutes left when they started with 23. They've only had a couple of turns each, really. Okay, Reagan's playing boss to bring up the Goodra. So he can one-shot that, though. Because that thing has 220 HP, and he's already hitting for 220. We do see Archeops, number 2. Did he fail the first one? That's weird. We do see just a powerful colorless energy go down on that. Yeah, well, Reagan's just burning a lot of time. I think he used the first Primal Turbo for nothing, and then the second Primal Turbo for 1 energy. He must really want to tie. Then we see the knockout. Takes 2 prize cards. We still have the double turbo in the prize cards. I think the other one may be in deck, though. I don't think he's discarded it yet. So we do have a Goodra V. I'd be a little scared to put down the Goodra V, but you might have to. Because that's just another boss target. Then you have that and Illuminion. But how many bosses is Reagan realistically playing? How many bosses in Serenas? And can he see them on back-to-back turns? Yeah, Bergerak's thinking really hard here. Checking both discard piles. Already used his flower selecting. He's at 10 in the lost zone. Unfortunately, anything above 7 doesn't really matter for him. He is going to attach capture energy. Is he going to use it? Looks like he's searching his deck at least. I'm just going to fail the capture energy. I think that's fine. I think you can bench the other Goodra. I think it's safe to do so because this Goodra is going to go active and take the knockout, right? And he has a Roxanne for next turn as well. So if he knocks out this Lugia and another one doesn't come down, Bergerac could just lock Reagan out of the game, potentially. Looks like Reagan might have to attack with Archeops this turn. He does have the Serena. Maybe it is good that the Goodra didn't come down, because that thing has more retreat costs, too. He's going to evolve Archeops into Evolution Incense. He's going to grab another Archeops. Lost Vacuum, Lost Zoning, and an Archeops in order to get rid of the big Parasol. Oh, and we might go in for a... Uh-oh. Yeah, Bergerac had to have benched the Goodra last turn. It was a little risky because it was a boss target, and Reagan does have the Serena. But now that Goodra is just going to get one shot because of the Parasol being knocked off by the Lost Vacuum. Yeah, that was a difficult decision whether or not to put down that Goodra or not, but I think that that's biting Bergerac in the butt right now. Yeah, and then the Marnie. Oof. Yeah, this could quickly go in Reagan's favor out of nowhere. Yeah, the Evital's fully charged up. He can just retreat that Archeops. It has the 1 retreat cost. It's already got 1 energy on it. He's going to do the monkey. I think he put an energy there. Gets another energy. Marnie. Less than a minute left on the clock, too. Reagan gets 5, Mike gets 4. Yeah, this whole game, it looked like Bergerac was winning, but just out of nowhere, that Evital comes, gets powered up with 5 full energies. And it's just like, try me. Gets a choice belt on the Archeops for no reason. Retreats it into the Evital. I mean, not for no reason. It's just not in his hand anymore. It can't be Marnied back in his deck and whatnot. Judged, Roxanne, etc. Also, Bergerac did have a Roxanne. Not only did he have the Goodra V, but he had a Roxanne. So that Marnie was really devastating. That's 2 really key Marnies from Reagan. That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. The Marnies and the judges, they either stick or they don't. If they stick, you win the game, and if they don't, you lose the game. Here comes Comfey, hoping to dig into what he needs. He does have a quick ball. He could get a Goodra again. But how is he going to knock... Well, I guess he can knock out the Evital with the Cramorant, right? That's exact knockout. The Evital does have 110 HP. The Cramorant does 110 exactly. So that is perfect math. So he'll need the Goodra down this turn. So he can Quick Ball to get it. He can Mirage Gate to it as well. Yeah, the Goodra is quite literally the bottom card of his deck. They are in time as well. Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, does he need the Goodra? He already has Luminion. I think what he does here, I think he actually attacks with Luminion if he has the energy for it. Yeah, I think he attacks with Luminion to knock out the Evital, shuffles those energies back into his deck, and then he takes his final prize with Cramorant. I think is his best way to win the game. Judge interference again for no reason. He's got more than enough cards to play Mirage Gate, guys. I mean, Bergerac's hand is just so tiny. He needs so much right now. But yeah, if he's able to attack with... Oh, maybe they were just telling him that it's time. But I thought time already expired. The clock isn't always right that they put on stream. Which I don't quite understand how it can't be right. So he's going to Mirage Gate to the Luminion. Yeah, if he attacks with Luminion, that removes all his 2 prizers from the board. And then Reagan can't win on his next turn. And it also removes the entire threat of the Evital as well. But the other thing is, the Goodra is the one that's going to be doing the most damage. So you want to get into the VSTAR. So you want to bench the Goodra now. Oh, it's just such a rough position. I'm not quite sure what is the right play or not. So already attaches to, for turn to the Comfey, because he doesn't have a way to retreat it otherwise. So he is going to have to leave Luminion in play and just attack with the Cramorant, potentially. Yeah, I don't even know if I like this. We do see the Mirage Gate. He's already retreated, though. I think Bergerac lost the game. He has no way to move this Comfey out of the active. Reagan can just take 2 knockouts back to back and win. on anything. It's gonna chorus his experiment. I'm not sure what he's digging for. Well, he's got the escape rope now. But he already got rid of the Mirage Gate. So how is he going to power up the Luminian? And even if he does, Reagan can just put his Luminian up. And Reagan shows that he has the Serena. So, yeah, it's just game. Yeah, if Bergerac can't remove Luminian from the board while taking a knockout on the Evital, that's just it. And then even if he does that... Oh, and... And Mr. You can get 2 item cards off an Irida comes and gives him a hug for winning, so... Yeah, you can see the look on Bergerac's face. He's like, yeah, what a jerk. Unfortunate for Bergerac. He deserved to win that, but it wasn't in the cards for him, quite literally. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe and all of that. And I will see you guys in the next round. I think there's one more round of Swiss, and then we go on to Top Cut. So we will see you then.